All right, hello everybody. I am Brandon Faulkner, and I will be doing another Techxpert event on Temu. So Temu is actually fairly new. It's a website based around the idea of buying things cheaply um, and getting them relatively quick. So they've taken sort of an Amazon or an eBay approach to how they do things, except everything is priced down greatly. So as you can see here, they're advertising their biggest sale of the season down to 99 cents for items on their shop, or they have lightning deals that repeatedly happen. So the thing with Temu is what their what their whole website is about selling things cheaply and getting it sold out to you in a manner that fits you and that fits them. So as you can see, we have a ranging variety of topics here. And as we can see, there are different prices. So say a tongue scraper for 44 cents, or what looks to be like a knockoff of an Apple Watch, around $8. Things for your hair, sunglasses, and then different types of arm sleeves. There are deals that are going on Temu all the time. And as you can see here, there's a little timer in the corner saying $100 worth of coupons. Now, the thing about Temu and how it looks currently is it may look a little shady to some people, but there are some downfalls of Temu and there are some upsides of Temu. The Better Business Bureau actually rated Temu a C- due to the amount of complaints that people have filed about the company, in their reliability and in their likelihood to be a scam. But it's actually not necessarily a scam like people say it is. What people are seeing on the ads and everything like that is products that look like the real thing, but actually aren't. So as you can see, we have sunglasses that actually look like the real thing, but once they ship out to you, they aren't exactly the real thing, because of course you would need to pay a lot more money to actually get the real thing. The way that Temu works is if you click on an item, say I want these sunglasses, I don't know why it didn't just take me straight to the sunglasses, but say we click on the sunglasses, it looks like an Amazon storefront. So that might confuse some people about, is this the next Amazon, which they're trying to be. But of course, it's not entirely. But by real thing, I mean the real like name brand item. So things like these glasses, which are Pit Vipers, which typically go around for $45 to $50. Here they're advertising it as oversized geometric sunglasses. So they're not entirely stealing the name, but they are kind of taking away from the logo and the brand, from the actual company. So as you can see here, users have rated this product 5 stars with 824 reviews, just like an Amazon storefront would. It's also the number 12 bestseller, which Amazon also does, and it does have the same sort of system. So once you can preview your item and you can look at the specifics and all that, and you can choose your color. And once you actually add it to your cart, it'll prompt you to select which one you want, and then you can just add it to your cart just like that. And then from there you can check out. So what Temu will do is it will go through and it'll ask you details about where you live, your name, your street address, and all that, just to get some basic information in order for them to ship it out to you. And then once you're all done with that, you continue to payment, where you input your credit card information As you can see here, they do a variety of different transactions online. So that's how you pay with Temu. Of course, I'm not actually going to buy this item, but something that has been alerted, that people have been alerting, and as you can see here is popping up, is all data will be encrypted. So currently Temu is going through a controversy of people thinking that this company is stealing, that the company is stealing their data. And it's not been entirely proven. They just think this because it is a Chinese-based company. And right now, people are kind of worried about that sort of thing. So it is smart to be wary of websites like this, but Temu does actually ship their products out to you. They may not be the best quality, but they do ship your products out to you. So working alongside Temu, you can actually sell things as well. So under your account, there will be many prompts. So it'll say, hello, your name. It'll say basically how many coupons and offers you have, your credit balance, different payment methods, and your address, along with orders that you have, that you want, orders that have been shipped, orders that have been delivered, and Temu actually does allow you to return your stuff. So with Temu, you can send your items back, you can exchange it for other items, or you can get your money back entirely. So as you can see here, you can review your orders, you can view your reviews, your profile, so just basically your information and all that, the different types of coupons and offers, your wish lists, which as you can see here, since I did interact with an item, it is now in my wish list. Like I said, I don't actually plan to buy this, but they do have express checkout with PayPal, and they do a lot of transactions with other well-known companies for transactions. You can also check out followed shops. So if we go back to, say, summer vacation, and I click on this cup, I can actually follow this company just like you can follow somebody on Instagram, somebody on Twitter and all that. And here we can also see reviews from actual customers on their item that they have been shipped. So as you can see here, you can get this item in many different colors. And this is how it ships. And you can see reviews and different kinds of things. So basically what Temu is trying to do is it's trying to take name brand things and make them cheap and affordable for everybody. So right here, if I were to look this up on Amazon, I would look up a typical, what this is called is a Stanley Cup. And generally these go around for $40 to $50. So with Temu, I can get this for a much cheaper price, and I can get it with free shipping as well. Typically with Temu, your item will arrive in about 3 to 5 business days, which isn't the same as other companies like Amazon, which usually ships, if you have Prime, within 2 days or same day delivery. But with Temu, there is a support option where you can exchange items, tracking. If you lose your account or anything like that, you can go through and ask, how do I recover my account? How do I look at tracking? How do I do that sort of thing? But generally with something like this, of course, they are going to prompt me with exclusive coupons, amazing discounts, and text-only promotions, which a lot of companies nowadays do this. It's important to watch out for these types of things because they might not entirely be true, especially with the deals that Temu offers. They typically try to say that you may get an item free, and you might think, oh, a free item that looks name brand, and I know about the item and I trust it. Well, the thing about actually receiving a link like this is you have your own link to send out to people. And so sending this link out to people, once they interact with it and they buy something from Temu, you get a little portion of what they make and it goes into your account. And that can be used to redeem other items or through their free item giveaways that enters you into a drawing to actually be drawn for a free item. Typically, though, with these things, if it's a bigger item, the more links you'll have to send out and the more people you will have to connect with. So say you need 15 people to buy off of Temu in order for you to get something free. Typically, you'd send this out to around 30 to 40 people and you'd get the required amount of people that you actually need, but then Temu does a drawing, so you might not entirely get that item. On top of that, we are looking at the online storefront, but Temu does also have an app. So you can go through and scroll through and kind of look for your items that you want through their app. We can also take a look here about account security and all that, and how you can link different accounts. You can also check up on your payment methods of how you actually pay for things. So you can pay with all these big name banks and all those different types of things. Also with Temu, they do ship worldwide. So when going through and buying an item, you will be prompted with, of course, putting in where you live. But if you want the item shipped to another location, you may want to come here and change it. These are all the countries that they do currently ship to. More are being added as the company grows and grows. But as you can see here, you can add new addresses. So say you're in one part of the world and you want to add an address there, or say you're just at home and want to add your address here, you just hit this button, new address, and it'll prompt you to fill out your street address and your phone number just to confirm that you do get your actual item. So we don't want to do that right now, but we can also take a look at your browsing history. So say you forget something and you forgot what that item is, but you really want it because you're able to remember what it looks like, but you can't remember what its name is. You can come here and you can go back and look for the item that you once were looking for here. Another thing with Temu to address is, of course, it being a Chinese affiliated company. There have been reports and claims that they do steal your information, as I told you before. So it is smart to be wary of what you're getting into. But if you need something cheap and reliable, then this is the place to come for these different types of items. As I mentioned before, the Better Business Bureau did give this company a C- due to the fact of the amount of complaints that have been given to this company over the reliability, the safety precautions, things like that. So typically, another thing that people are coming across is the fact that they are trying to make it look like Amazon. So if I were to click on a bracelet, some of these brands, as I mentioned before, are trying to look like Amazon. So if I actually were to go to Amazon.com, I would basically see the same thing, just without the flashy deals everywhere. I would see pictures of items just like this. I would see reviews about the items. I would see the name of the item. I'd see exactly everything. And with Temu, you actually can go up in quantity of how many items you want. But unlike Amazon, there are some differences. So as you can see here, you can either get standard free shipping, which this is telling me that the delivery date will be on July 19th or 25th. So that's around 7 or more days from now. Or you can get express shipping if you pay more. So they're telling me that express shipping costs $12.90. and this will come a little bit faster. Not too much faster, actually, now that I look at it, because this says July 19th and this says July 17th. So that's about 2 days, a 2-day difference. They also do highlight that some of their items are secured and verified. So as you can see here, this has 28,000 reviews of 4.6, and all the reviews are from verified buyers. So with that, you can go through and you can view photos, you can view buy it again reviews, you can review different filters, the most recommended, things like that nature. If we do kind of scroll through these reviews, you can see a follow button where you can follow the company and you can see all the different kind of items that they sell. You can also see bigger pictures. So it's always good to look at the pictures because you may think, okay, this might be something, large, but as you can see here, compared to the hand, it's not really that big. So with this, it's something that you do want to pay attention to when buying with this company. As you can see here, they're prompting me to subscribe again. They're giving me messages and promotions about upcoming deals. As you can see here, free shipping on all orders for 6 hours left. Of course, they want you to download the app so you can buy their stuff seamlessly while you're just scrolling through your phone. And they actually do allow feedback. So they do want to know how they're doing and how they can improve. So later down the road, their company can improve, just like most companies, prompting users to give them a review about how their company actually was through the whole buying experience. I am currently trying to find negative reviews just to show you that there are some negatives to this company, but it's actually really interesting how it's not showing me negative reviews. But yeah, as you can see here, nice item for its quality, things like that. But it is kind of interesting how they're not showing me negative reviews. But there are different departments that you can choose from. So Temu, we can look at different categories. So we can look at featured categories, or we can look at different categories like women's clothing, home and kitchen, kids fashion, men's clothing, beauty health, toys and games, things like that. So if you are looking for something like name brand, say I were to look at iPhone, you just type it in and different things will pop up. One of the things that has been regarded as kind of suspicious with Temu is these iPhone boxes, the accessories gift box. So as you can see here, you get different chargers, an AirPods case, a wireless charger, and an iPhone case. And for somebody who doesn't really want to buy the real thing, and who just wants to, pay cheaper for an item like this, then it's great. But it's usually not the best quality. It's very highly reviewed, as they're going to try to push that out to you. As you can see, 15,000 people, or almost 16,000 people reviewed it. So if we look at the different amounts of reviews, of course, they're going to be highly rated because they want to put their best foot forward and showing you exactly what you might get with this item. So you can see from thousands of verified users about what you're actually buying. But if we go under this, we can see my orders, of course. And it does let you track through the entire process about what is going on with your order. So we can track from start to finish, kind of the processing, the ship, the delivery, and the returns, just like a normal online e-commerce site would. And that's pretty much it. If you do want to get gifts with Temu, it's great for that. because it is cheap and you can get a lot of gifts. And they do typically do bundles where you can buy a bunch of items for fairly cheap, and those will all be shipped at once to you. But there are sort of issues with it that people are presenting, but typically if you are trying to buy with a site like this, it's best just to stay safe while shopping online. And let's see what this chat has. Yes, there is a concept with Amazon Prime and Temu. So they're trying to promote themselves as the next Amazon Prime, but everything is cheaper. So they don't work with like the typical third-party companies that you might think of. So say we go to Amazon and I want to buy a shirt. Typically, it'll bring me up companies like Nike, Abercrombie, different things like that. But if I were to look for a men's shirt with Temu, it'll bring up shirts, but it won't exactly bring up what company it is with. So it'll say what type it is, and we can take a look at the seller who is selling these shirts, but they're typically not they're not with a major brand. They're typically independent sellers who are coming on Temu, who are selling their product out to the general public. So they are trying to be like Amazon, but without the huge costs and without the third-party companies that are well known. So as I see here, we are kind of running out of time, so I'll leave 5 minutes for questioning. So if anybody has a question, raise your hand or put it in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer it about Temu. So let's see. Is there any questions? I will be happy to answer any questions that you have about Temu. I don't exactly know how long Temu has been around in the United States. It's fairly new. It's been coming up a lot with online different social media sites. A lot of the social media posts have been either positive or either negative about Temu, just like a lot of social media is about certain topics. So you may see differences of opinions online. Are there any other questions that I can answer today? I don't actually believe there are any brand name phones on Temu. I think they try to advertise accessories for brand name phones. So if I were to look, let's say Google Pixel, it won't actually pop up. What'll pop up is different accessories that you can add to your phone. So typically they try to stay away from things like actually selling the actual thing. So the return process with Temu, how that works is you will go through the support channels, and it'll give you a step-by-step guide on how to actually return items. Or if you go to your account and your orders, you'll be able to actually click on your order, and you can say, I want to return this item once you have bought it, and it'll send it, and you'll send it back just in your typical box, and they will either exchange it out for another item, or they will give you your money back entirely. But typically they do try to give you kind of credit to spend on something else. Are there any other questions before I wrap up today? Yes, of course. Of course. I'll be happy to let you guys know about any sites that may seem a little bit fishy, but Temu is reliable if you want to buy cheap things, but it's always good to stay safe on the internet at any time. Even with big name brands, it's always good to stay safe online at any point when you are on the internet. Is there anything else anybody would like to add today? Typically with something like this, since I did sign up just in order to show you guys, I won't actually stay signed up. Typically with things like this, you do kind of want to hit sign out just so that your information is protected. And it'll prompt me to sign in again. And then I can just leave, and then you can just go back to the normal storefront where you're signed out of the account and you don't have to do anything with it. So yeah, that's really all I have on Temu. So thank you guys for listening. And if you do miss a session like this, it is recorded and it will be posted to YouTube. So you can go back and watch it, and be sure to check out other things, other events with Village Core. So if you were to go to the Village Core website and click events, I host something like this almost every day. I also host interviews about different variety of topics. So be sure to check those out. And thank you so much for being with me today, teaching you about Temu.